Shalom. Barak to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash. All praises and glories definitely do, especially in the times we're living in. Much respect to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and to all the brothers out there doing the work. I say, Shalom. All right, back for another lesson, and I'm going to title it, We Have Not Received the Spirit of the World. All right? And it's not complicated at all, people, especially when you know these scriptures, all right? And that's why we are sent onto you to give you the understanding, all right? So we start here in 1 Corinthians, all right, 2 and verse 12. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, which is basically my title. We have not received the spirit of the world, all right? Now, who's the we? Okay? Who's the we? The we is talking about the elect of Israelites, all right? That were chosen from the foundation of the world, all right? Now, it's, again, this is easily proven. Who's the Lord coming back for? Now, of course, you have these wacky-tacky Christians out here, all right? Talking about, if you went and asked them who's going to be saved, and they tell you everybody, all right? Like the Lord is coming back for all nations. Yet, the Bible doesn't speak of that at all. He's coming back for his elect, and that's it. And who are they? Well, they're Israelites to begin with. They're his people. As you read in Matthew 1:21, he will save his people. Okay? From what? Their sins. Okay? His people. He comes out of the tribe of Judah. Hebrews 7:14. Okay? All right? So, let's prove this before we get into it. All right? It's talking about the elect. So, let's go to Matthew's, right? That's the New Testament. Okay? And remember that the New Testament only reiterates, all right? Only reiterates what's in the Old Testament, all right? And the only way for you to know that is to have read the scriptures for yourself. Understand that what is said in the Old Testament is reiterated in the New Testament. So these people like to turn around and tell you that the Old Testament was done away with, and that is not so, all right? And again, there are scriptures that prove that, right? Like you go to Matthew 5:17-18, all right? What is that? Romans 7:1, all right? And there's one more. Give me a minute. Yeah, that would be Luke 24:44, all right? And those three scriptures itself will clearly tell you that give you the understanding that the Old Testament was never done away with, all right? And I can just simply quote that, when you read in Matthew 5:17-18, again, he'll clearly tell you right there, I have not come to destroy the law. You see that? Nor the prophets, but simply to fulfill. To fulfill what? Prophecy. Okay? And fulfill means to do. That's it. So the law was never done away with. Okay? Now, what was done away with was animal sacrifice, because Yahweh Shai, the Hamashiach, became the ultimate sacrifice. All right? All right. Anyway, let's get to the point here, bro. Talking about the elect. All right? Matthew 24:31. All right? Anyway, you know what? I'll start here, verse 29, and read on down. And we always do that when we go to precepts. All right? Whatever it is we're talking about, and we mention something, You could start from the top of that particular scripture. Okay, you go up a few scriptures, and or you go below it of that particular scripture to do what? To get more meat, to get more understanding. You understand? All right. So anyway, let's start here. Matthew's 24:29. The key verse here of who the Lord is coming back for is in verse 31. All right. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened. Okay. And the moon shall not give her light. All right. You people want further understanding about that, go read Joel, the 2nd chapter. All right. Okay. And this stuff is all over the scriptures. All right. And the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Right? That's Yahushua, the Mashiach. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. See that? All right. And they shall see the Son of Man, Yahushua the Mashiach, coming in the clouds. All right. And the clouds are a metaphor for the chariots. All right. He maketh the clouds his chariots. All right. Let's see here. Cloud, use of cloud, which led the Israelites in the wilderness. See that? And that's talking about the chariots, what Esau, Edom, the white man calls UFOs. You see what it says here? Use of a cloud, which led the Israelites in the wilderness. All right? And at nighttime when they traveled through the wilderness, right, those 40 years, how do you think they were able to travel at night? The lights from the chariots. You understand? That lit their path, lit their way. Okay? St. Elmo's fire, what led Columbus onto the Americas. Chariot. All right? Let me see something here. All right? Let's see something here. Let's see something here. All right, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Yeah, if we go to Psalms 104:3, what does it say here? Who layeth the beams in his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot. All right? See that? All right? Chariot. See that? Vehicle. Ridden on. You see that, people? All right? See, a mount and ride. Mount, sit on, ride, riding. See that? And guess who's in the chariot? The angels. But what has this man told you? Esau, Edom, the white man. He's told you about little green men, aliens. He uses all that. And that's all, again, like everything else that he says and does, is to take your minds, all right? And it's clear in the scriptures who he's going to be fighting against. Because it'll tell you there in Revelations 17:14, and they shall make war with the Lamb, all right? And he shall overcome them. All right? It's going to be a slaughter. First round knockout. All right? You're going to annihilate them. You're going to turn them into powder. All right? So anyway, let's get back to this. All right? I just wanted you all to see that. Again, how did the Lord go up? He ascended up into a cloud, right? It'll tell you that in Acts, the first chapter, right? Well, how's he coming back? He's coming back the same way, right? In a cloud, right? Everyone shall see him. Where do we read that? The Revelations, right? The first chapter, verse 7, right? Even those that pierced him. And that gets into regeneration, reincarnation. You understand? Those Petronian Roman centurion soldiers that pierced him, right? With the spear of destiny, right? As it's known. Well, they're back here today, those spirits, right? Because it says, even they, right, which pierced him shall see him, all right? So how's that possible? How's it possible that happened over 2,000 years ago? Yeah, those spirits are back here today, just like the spirits of the prophets are back here today, people. You understand? All right? So it's all spiritual, people, all right? And this is not given on to everybody. All right, so Matthew's 24, all right? All right? So again, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds. Now you know that it's talking about the chariots, what Esau Edom calls UFOs. All right, with great power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with the sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together. Who? Who shall they gather together? Who's he coming back to redeem? The world? Multi-nations? Edomites, who are his enemies, as well as the other 16 heathen nations? No. Is he coming back for all of Israel? No. 2/3 of Israelites are scheduled to die on this side. Okay? Pursuant to Zechariah 13:8. All right? They shall be cut off and die. Also, Romans 11:7, right? All of Israel have not obtained what they seek it for, right? That salvation, that immortality, all right? But the election have obtained it, right? The election have obtained it, the elect of Israel. And the rest, what? What about the rest? The rest were blinded, okay? They are not in concert with Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. They don't have this truth, wisdom, knowledge, or understanding of these scriptures. It was not given unto them. And this stuff was predestinated from the foundation of the world. All right? Hopefully through this lesson you'll get that understanding, even though this lesson is not about predestination. Okay? But regardless, you know, we'll cover some of that. All right? So again, he shall gather together who? His elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven unto the other. The four winds meaning north, south, east, west. You understand that? All right, we'll be right back with part 2. All right? We have not received the spirit of the world. All right? But of course, the spirit of the heavens. We'll be right back with part 2. Shalom.